Hey guys, it's Dean. Welcome to Manflow Yoga. In this video, I'm going to guide you through my favorite 5 exercises for improving your balance. While you're watching the video, if you find it helpful, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe so you don't miss out on future content, leave a comment if you have questions. All right, here we go straight into it, starting on the ground. This first exercise is called a dead bug. And as I'm going through these exercises, I'll show you modifications. So no matter what your skill level is, you'll have a modification that's appropriate for you. Dead bug, you're going to start with your hands touching your thighs and your knees above your hips. And you're going to move contrary to one another. So as your right leg goes forward, your left arm is going to go back. So right leg goes forward, left arm goes back. Keep your right hand kind of hanging out. To make this more challenging, squeeze your left knee toward your left shoulder and lift your chest toward the ceiling or upward. You're going to feel this through your abs, your hips, and you can also feel this through your shoulder as you squeeze your left arm toward the ground. Slowly come back to your starting position, hands in front of the thighs, and then switch sides. Left leg goes forward, right arm squeezes back, lift your chest, squeeze your right knee toward your right shoulder. So you're working your core here, working hip flexors. We're even working our shoulder blades. Not that you really need that for balance, but why not? One more time for each side. Hands back toward your thighs. Right leg forward, left arm back. Again, to make this more challenging, you can lift your chest higher. Make sure you're not lifting with your neck. Lift with your chest. Squeeze the knee in. And then switch. Last time. Left leg forward, right arm back. Lift your chest. Squeeze your right knee in. Squeeze your abs, and then back to the middle and release. All right, second exercise, working on your hips, working on your glutes. This is where a lot of people struggle. Feet are going to come in front of your hips. Squeeze your butt muscles, press down through your feet, keeping your back neutral, so don't arch your back. Kind of think scooping your hips off the ground, squeezing your butt. Keep a nice long line through your spine. Make sure that you're not arching and puffing your chest out, but staying neutral there. And hopefully here you're feeling your glutes working. If not, it might just take some time to develop that awareness. Just keep practicing. The more frequent and the more often you do it, the less time it will take to build that awareness. And then from here, keeping your hips, keeping your shoulders, keeping everything the same, you're going to bring your left leg out and hover it about a foot off the ground. Now, as you do that, you're going to notice your outer right hip starts to have to work to support that. There's going to be a little bit of external rotation through your right hip here so that you keep your hips level. Make sure that you're really pushing down through your right foot. You can also think dragging your shoulders forward with your right foot, so just helping squeeze your hamstrings, pulling your shoulders forward with your foot. Keep your shoulders and your neck relaxed. If this is too hard, you can lightly plant your left foot and build up to being able to lift it all the way off the ground. If this is easy, you can try extending your arms up to make this more challenging, or go higher. Just make sure that you're keeping your back flat. We're going to switch sides, plant your left foot, and then from easy to hard, slowly maybe lifting that right foot off the ground, maybe keeping it down, but you're shifting more weight to the left foot. And then extending your right leg forward if you can. Check in with your hips. Make sure that they're level here. And make sure that you're not just puffing your chest out and arching your back. You should feel this in your glutes, maybe a little in your low back, but mostly in your glutes. And then again, if you want this more challenging, extend your arms up. Just keep the hips level. Continue to push down through that left foot, using your entire left foot. It also helps to kind of think pulling your shoulders forward with your left foot. You'll feel those hamstrings engage as you do that. And then release your foot down, bring your hips down. You want to do that for at least 30 seconds and even up to 90 seconds per side. Next exercise is a side plank. So this is going to work on your obliques, but also on your outer hips. I want you to start with your forearm down, right forearm down, legs stacked. Lift your hips. Keep your hips facing directly to the outside. Don't roll back your left hip so that you're facing slightly toward the ceiling with your hips. Make sure they're facing straight to the outside. And then really drive your hips up as high as you can. Extend your left arm up. Hold here for at least 30 seconds. To make this more challenging, you can stagger your stance, Make sure the hips continue to face to the outside. Going further, you can stack your legs, hips toward the outside, or you can lift your left leg off the right leg. Just make sure that your hips are going as high as possible, and you can keep your hips facing out. Go ahead and release, switch sides. So same thing on your left forearm. And I like the forearm as opposed to the arm just because it's harder for your core. Stack the legs, straight line from your waist to your shoulders, abs nice and tight, hips stacked. You can start with your hand on your hip. Maybe the arm goes up if that feels comfortable. This is level one. Make sure the hips are driving up. That's what's going to make this work. You don't want a straight line here. You want the hips driving up as high as possible. And then we can stagger the legs. Again, hips driving up. Make sure that you're not opening your chest all the way toward the upside and hips toward the ceiling. You want to keep your hips facing out. Stack your legs to make this more challenging. And level four, lift your leg all the way up. Keep the hips facing out. Drive the hips up high. Hold this for 30 to 60 seconds. And release. All right. Next exercise is a plank with a twist. Not a literal twist, but a little modification. You're going to start in a plank, hands into your shoulders, lift your knees up, toes tucked, belly button up. If it gets too challenging, you can bring your knees down. From here, we're going to add a donkey kick. So bring your toes to the middle, heels touching. Bring your left heel in toward your butt. Press it up as high as you can while keeping your back flat. Don't let your back arch. Keep your back neutral or slightly rounded. Press it up, your left heel up as high as possible, and then up and over toward the right while keeping your hips facing down, squeezing your butt, and then releasing. And doing that again. We want to do 5 to 10 reps here. Really focusing on that glute engagement. That's so important to balance. Once you finish that, switch sides. Keep your belly button up, good plank position. Squeeze your right heel in toward your butt. As you exhale, drive your heel toward the ceiling, maybe up and over toward the left, really focusing on maximum glute engagement. And then inhaling to reset, exhaling to press back up. So doing about 5 or 10 of those. And again, this is just a nice variation on plank. You can take your knee down at any time as you're doing this. Just make sure that your back stays flat. You're not arching the back. Last exercise I'm going to give you here is a squat hold, but shifting from one side to the other. So this is a traditional yoga posture, squat hold, feet hip width distant, bringing your arms straight out in front of you. Make sure that your back stays flat. So notice that my butt isn't tucked under my body, back is not rounded. I'm also not just arching my back and sticking my butt way out behind me. I want to keep my back neutral. And then from here, I'm just going to shift from one side to the other. So I'm going to shift toward my right side, come up onto my left toes. Keep your hips facing straight forward as you hover your left foot. So make sure you don't turn out to the left as you lift your left foot. And then shift back to the middle, shift to the left, keep the hips squared forward, lift your right leg up. Notice that my back stays flat, glutes still engaged, core working. And then I'm just going to do this a few times. I can do this I'll probably do this at least 3 times per side, 5 seconds per side. And you can do longer than that. Maybe we go 5, maybe we go 10 per side. The important thing here is to focus on the glute engagement and the core engagement as you shift from side to side, and make sure that your hips stay facing straight forward. That stability in your glutes, keeping you facing straight forward, is what's going to help you balance when you move on to other balancing postures in yoga. All right, so there we go. My favorite 5 exercises to help you build balance. These exercises are actually in a workout I just recorded for the members area. If you're looking for a longer version of this, more exercises to help improve your balance, check that out at manfulyoga.com/join. Again, if you like this video, be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. We put out new content every week, stuff to help you improve your fitness and get stronger with yoga. And leave me a comment if you have questions or feedback. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for sticking around. I want to invite you to join me for my free 7-day challenge, Beginners Yoga for Men. 7 workouts, 7 days to help hold you accountable, to help you learn yoga and feel the results of your workouts. I'm also going to give you a free gift when you sign up. a head and neck essentials routine, 25 minutes to help your shoulders, your neck, your head feel great and relieve stress. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, and I hope to see you on my challenge.